about everything football. I am Olabanji, and today I have Dimeji and Jimbo with me. Yeah, so Dimeji, Arsenal played yesterday. They won narrowly. What's your thought about that?
It was a tough game. The ground out results, even after the red cards, Ateta did the right job, grinding out results with goals. That is a big point on the table. But let's hope they keep the momentum going.
Jimbo.
Well, I won't call it wasn't a perfect performance, but if you can get 3 points without playing to your best and with a man down, I think it's a very good result for Arsenal, and they are on the right track to claim fourth place.
Yeah. So Liverpool won 2-0. They had several chances before they finally scored the second goal. Then Leicester have been terrible too this season. What do you think about the Leicester team, Jimbo?
It's been Rangers. They're always going to struggle. I feel they're going to struggle this season before they evaluate, even after the FA Cup we won for them yesterday, before they let them go. Because I just feel he's a nearly coach. Doesn't really achieve where Leicester want to step up, but I think they'll get themselves. Well, I think they just have their players come back from injury and they'll be alright.
Yeah, Jimbo, what do you think?
Leicester, what Rodgers has done with Leicester, he has already overperformed initially, so he's just settling back to his level. And Leicester fans, the sooner they accept that, the better for them. When they were flying high, I used to tell people that Rodgers, to me, is not really a good manager. He's just there. He has to. There's still a next step for him to take to reach the world-class level. I don't think he's good enough to take that step. They linked him to Man U back in the day, and I'm glad we didn't take him. But he's still a good manager for a club of Leicester's reputation. I think they should stick with him. They should just right this season.
Yeah, this season has gone anyway. Because I feel the best they can do is qualify for Conference League. I think that's the best. They're in the other half of the table currently. Moving on. So City won against Brentford 2-0. It was a hard-fought victory. What do you think about the Brentford team? I was surprised Eriksen didn't get to come on. He was not even on the bench.
I think they will take their time with Eriksen because due to what happened to him, his heart conditions, they won't want to really rush him and put too much of pressure. And we know City are City. Wherever they go, they stamp their and win games. So it was expected. There was no surprise. And for Eriksen, maybe we'll see him this weekend or to get good.
The match was Man City playing in second gear, almost all through. They dominated them. They didn't give Brentford anything to sniff, any chance to sniff a goal. I think Man City dominated, but they could have scored more. But 2-0 against Brentford. Brentford are also a good side, but
3 points is 3 points.
Yeah, 3 points. And Man City is a great side, so fair play to Brentford as well.
Yeah, so moving on to Newcastle. They beat Everton 3-1. Yeah, very exciting match because I think Everton scored first and they crumbled. What do you think about Newcastle? Like, do you think it's just a bounce effect for now, or
would you say Everton crumbled or they were outplayed? I think they were outplayed. This Newcastle team is starting to come together to me, and they are going to easily survive this season. And watch out for them next season. That's all I'll say about Newcastle. We should watch out for them next season.
Yes, now they are saved and I feel the owners are ready to do the right thing to move the club forward. It seems with what they did in this past January transfer window, it shows that they are an ambitious club and they really want to get everything in place to take the club to the next level. So they are off the relegation structure. They are off the relegation structure, so they should be good. And it was nice beating Lampard still. At least the hype in the
All right. So Everton. I still don't understand the situation Lampard is currently because, like we said the last time, they have too many players that don't fit in. You know, I don't know how he wants to set up his team because he wants to play. Or currently, he's playing a 4-3-4-3, and Richarlison is starting. He started Gordon in the last game. Then he got Ali. Still has a lot of attackers in the team. So I don't know how he wants to plan it out. But what do you think? Currently, they are 17th on the table now.
Wow. I actually didn't know it was that bad. I didn't know whether they were
16th or 17th.
The Everton job, I think the Everton fans have to be patient because Lampard didn't create this situation and he met the situation as it is. So they just have to be patient. Would they relegate 17th? I think they will find the necessary wins that will just save them. And next season they will hopefully get better under Lampard.
Yeah. Hold on. Do you see Lampard getting couple of wins, moving out to the top 10, list on the table? Do you see
that happening this season?
Yeah.
No, I don't think that will happen this season. It's going to finish bottom half.
So you don't see him stringing 4 straight wins and 1 draw, something that can give them momentum.
I don't see that happening. What Everton needs now, Everton are in the same kind of situation as Man U. There's a mentality problem. Only that they don't have as much resources as Man U. They need a miracle worker as well. And I don't think if Lampard uses 2 years in that club, I think he will have tried. I don't see him using more than 2 years before they send him up.
Moving on to Spurs now. I knew that game was going to be a tricky one, but I didn't see Spurs losing. I felt like at most they were going to get a draw. I sadly didn't see them losing, but Southampton played a very good game. They played and Spurs failed to capitalize on, the tiredness in the second half from Southampton's part. In fact, Southampton even played more direct in the second half and scored a couple of goals. So what do you think about Tottenham's mentality? Because one of the reasons why Conte was brought in was to, shift the mentality, make them have that elite mentality. And for some games now, they've been struggling to close out games, to hold leads. Well, how do you see Conte going forward from there?
The kind of coach Conte is always pragmatic, is defined to the kind of game he wants to play. So it's going to be really hard for him to push Spurs to a certain level in which they need. If they don't give him those quality players in which he's been complaining since when he got the job. And Levy is not a kind of owner or a CEO that just span out money the way Conte wants. And Conte's kind of players is calling for in the market. Is not what I feel is in Spurs' future. But they'll be okay. Their philosophy will help out, so they should be okay.
So J-Boy, what do you think about the situation at
Let's first talk about the match. I think they were totally dominated by Southampton. That's very rare to see Southampton dominating 18.
From start
to finish. 17 shots to 6 shots. That's incredible. For Southampton to dominate you in your house, that says a lot. Conte really has a huge job on his hand. He couldn't get the exact players. I think they had to settle for second or third target. Yeah, he got Bentancur, but Bentancur wasn't his first target, was it? Yes, was Wijnaldum. He wanted Wijnaldum.
They couldn't.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. He had to settle.
PSG didn't want to exchange.
Yes, he had to. So he had to go to his second target, which was Bentancur. Same with Kulusevski. They wanted Luis Diaz. He had to settle for Kulusevski. So he has a really tough job on his hand. The defense is just terrible. Tottenham's defense is terrible. And I don't know, Mourinho complained about the same. He's complaining about the same. He has how many months they give him? Was it 18 months? I'm sure we'll consider the future. Conte will consider the future in summer. If they don't, if Levy continues to hold the cash.
That's fair. Yeah, so moving on to Barcelona. They played a very interesting game against Atletico. They outplayed Atletico. Even with the one man down in second half, they had chances to even further kill off the game. What do you think about Barcelona? You know,
Xavi is building a strong, young next generation team. He's trying to stable the ship all the past ones they've done. Baka, they tried that game against Atletico. They showed some promising stuff, and Adama he showed he showed them us in that game. It was nice. I hope Xavi is also successful in Barcelona, because I really want to see that legend coach coming back to a club to achieve something nice. So I feel with the little resources and their president has said that they are back. So let's believe that happens.
yeah, so J-Boy, so Barca now stand getting 40 million for Coutinho, 40 million euros. Also, they are expecting a 50 million euros from Atletico for Griezmann. They've exchanged. There are talks to exchange Trincao for Adama, so they won't have to pay any money. No, it was loan fee plus 30 million to buy, while Trincao is a loan with option to buy for. So there are talks going on to exchange player. So my point is they stand gaining like about 90 million euros aside French players that they still plan on selling. They sold Moriba for 15 million beginning of the season. They had 1 year left on his contract. Then the new deal they signed with Spotify. That huge deal. So all I'm trying to say is, like, how do you see Barca in the summer now? Because I think now they have a little flexibility in the market to buy players. With all the income that they are expecting by summer.
And there are still rumors surrounding Frankie de Jong that will also be sacrificed. So there will be a lot of Barca transactions in the summer, especially if the Young also leaves. I expect them to go for Haaland as well. They might not get him, but they will try. And Koundé, they've been linked to Koundé too recently. So, and they can compete in the market for Xavi and get to sign decent players better than the ones they got this. Because I don't think Aubameyang is going to be the long-term solution for their attack. They can get a proper striker and maybe one or two defenders. I think they need a right back because Xavi does not trust Sergio Dest. Dani Alves is close to his 40s. Sergio Roberto has really not been it. So they should get the right back and a striker.
Sergio Roberto is living from the tax of Champions League against PSG. He's still living
that
up.
game.
So moving on to Sevilla had a very terrible game against who did they play last weekend? They drew the game anyway. They had a terrible game. How do you see them going forward? Because they are playing Elche today.
I think they came back from
Celta Vigo.
They came back from 2-0 down.
No, they drew the game.
No, they drew the game.
They played 0-0. No. They drew the game. They played 0-0.
That was Martial's day.
Yeah, Martial's day. They played 0-0. So, how do you see them, playing today against Elche? Elche, the first leg they played 1-1. And Elche, they are a stubborn side. And Sevilla will play. They'll play in Europa League on Thursday. So, what do you think?
That's their concentration. Europa League is majorly their concentration. Even though I know they want to make the Champions League spot through the league, they will probably put all focus on Europa League because they know they have experience there. But they should be able. I think they have all resources to play better football and get all 3 points against LG. They should be okay.
Anyway, moving to Serie A now. Milan beat Inter last week. 2 goals in the second half. Inter are still leading the table with 1 point. Napoli, they are second, level on points with AC Milan, but they have more goal difference. AC, they are third. So it's 57, 56, 56. What do you think about the three-legged horse race, J-Boy?
Well, Inter are still in pole position, and AC Milan, with the victory they got over them, everyone knows the same stadium. But at the end of the day, they said Inter was at home, so let's say Inter was at home. They beat Inter at home, but the same stadium, sha. So the ball is firmly in Milan's court now, because all pressure now is on Inter Milan.
Is Inter playing Napoli tomorrow?
Yeah.
At Napoli Stadium.
So all the pressure is now on Inter to win that game, or they must win that game, in fact, because a draw is not going to be enough. And I see
AC Milan is playing Sampdoria.
Yeah, I see AC Milan giving them a tough chase to the end of it. It's going to be more of a two-legged race, because I think Napoli are falling off. So
keeping in mind that Napoli, they are in Europa League. AC Milan are not in any continental competition. Inter in Champions League.
Yeah, that's what I said, that AC Milan will give them a real fight for the Scudetto this season.
Yeah.
Not going to be as easy as last season.
I agree with you. So the major now, let's talk about Atlanta. Their last two games have been poor. They've lost their last two games. And they've collected red card in both games.
And they've lost Zapata.
I don't know what
they lost Zapata to injury.
What is wrong with them?
Hold on, Zapata is injured too now, and they are going to play Europa League on Thursday. Currently, they are fourth on the table.
Okay.
They are like 3 or 4 points ahead of Juventus, which is fifth. Then Roma sixth. What do you think about Atlanta currently?
I don't know what is wrong with their board or whatever. Why should you be selling your quality,
one of your best
quality players in the middle of the season to a rival? That's what will never happen in the Premier League. It still surprises me. So they should be okay, but I feel they should forget Champions League spots. They should forget the Champions League spots if they don't get to play.
Now, like the fact they are even fifth, Juve have entered fourth.
You can see. So they should forget. They can make the Europa spots, but with the way Inter, AC, and Napoli, I feel Lazio is also.
Lazio too are not informed.
But at the end of the season, I think the last 2 seasons they've been at the end of when the season is rounding up, they tend to put points on the table.
Even Lazio score a lot of goals and they also concede a lot of goals. So
same with Atlanta.
Same with Atlanta, yes.
So J-Boy, let's talk about Mourinho and AS Roma. What's happening? I don't know.
You know me.
I don't know.
My stance on Mourinho is someone that's karma is coming to us. Let's just put it like that. Because this was the person that told the legend that he is Arsene Wenger that he's a specialist in failure. And I think he's following Wenger's path right now. He's also treading the specialist in failure path, because his last 3 clubs now he has failed.
I think he has won any trophies in the last one.
Since Europa League. Manchester United. He hasn't won anything.
That sounds
down bad.
It just shows you that pride comes before a fall. You don't go, no matter how bad somebody, don't call him a specialist in failure. So every bad thing that happens to me, I laugh, because it's karma.
Yeah, for me, I mean, their situation is slightly.
Don't call your colleague a specialist in failure.
For me, their situation is slightly similar to my situation in the aspect of relying on individual abilities to win a game. So they still don't know how to play as a team. That has
always been.
And but now currently the set of players he has are not set of midfielders he has are not like the kind of midfielders he used to have then. That knew when to shoot and when to pass. Most of his midfielders, once they are clear on goal, they shoot, and which is not favoring the team currently. So I feel like it's one of the things he has to. Aside the fact that he needs more quality defenders, I think it's one of the things.
I think at the end of the day, he's not doing too bad with the team he has.
Yeah, he's not doing too bad. He's
where he should, around where
he's
he
about
should be.
6th on the table now, 7th.
So he's around level on points with Lazio, same point. So it's basically 6. So with the players he has and with what we know more, the way we know Mourinho team play, they depend mostly on individual brilliance and the kind of players Roma have. I think an Europa League play should be acceptable by their board, at least for this season.
For
Next
this season,
season,
at
they
least.
can get better
Yeah.
players and try again.
Yeah, that's fair.
There's a lot of people fighting for the
So-
position.
Fair enough. So that's the end of this week's episode. Everything football show about everything football. Join us next week. And that's session. Yeah. Enjoy the rest of